Hey again, sword fans. Another one of my short videos on a sword profile. This one is quite a fun one. It's been with me a little bit now, and I have a feeling it's not going to stay with me for a long time because these are rare, these are fun, and they're quite frankly some of the most beautiful swords you will see. This is an early to mid 19th century sword from the Kutch region of India, sort of like in, let's remember how this is oriented, up there. So, these Kutch Shamshirs are quite hard to find in the UK. I've seen a few up for general sale and a few hang out at auctions occasionally, and they tend to be the very high-end ones. Those tend to go for the £5,000 to £12,500 range. I've seen a few lower, but this is quite a fun one that fits comfortably under that range. This is a very curved, very extremely sexy Shamshir. The Shamshir is essentially what the Victorian idea of a scimitar was. It's a very curved sword with, well, not only curved, it's got a sharp curve. It is a very interesting sword to wield if you're used to straight swords, as you will need to get almost into punching range to cut someone, because the 45-degree angle will be a bit closer to you. So rather than a straighter sword where you want to hit in the last third, you get your most hitty part, your center of percussion, here. And it's interesting. It feels good. This sword just wants to move quite a lot. And I'm just going to put this away from now. They are very well made. Whether they are the upper mid-range ones like this or the lower end ones, they're all very well made, usually flat bladed. They don't have fullers, strong distals taper, but they're not as thick backed as lots of Indian swords can be. So I put the scabbard on so I can just show you the details here. Hopefully that focuses. Let me adjust my lighting. A nice thing about this is, let me get my face in there, is that these scabbards are unique to this region almost. And they are just as nice as a sword. Kutch is famous for its copper work. This one is gilt and copper. Fair amount of gilt remaining, but it's mainly the spectacular copper work you want to see. This is just a pleasure to own. I've been after one of these for a while, and it'll go quickly, but I've avoided putting it up for sale, and it will be off to a new home soon. And I have nothing else to say except I am just a massive fan. I do like curved swords. I like heavily curved swords, and comparably, it's very similar to some Persian swords. Actually, this sword is also Wootz, so maybe you'll be able to catch some of that. If not, I'm sure I have some pictures online of the Wootz pattern, and this is Indian Wootz, and it's quite close grained, quite nice, very clear, high contrast pattern. And blade-wise, yes, you can see all that, it has a similar curve to this piece, and an almost identical curve to this. This piece is Anglo-Indian, or Anglo-Indian-ish. This hilt is British, or in the European style, and that blade is, again, it is Wootz, but it is Persian Wootz this time. So these swords come from completely different regions, and they are very similar in profile and type. The Kutch is finer, like blade-wise. This is more of a hitty blade. It has more heft and is thicker at the back. But that just goes to show the skill of these Indian Wootz sword makers. Put that down. Well, I hope you like that. And just one more look at the wonder that is this incredibly curved sword. And I was going to say I'm putting this up on my website tonight, but my videos never go out on time, so it's up for sale. And it won't last long because it is a beauty. And, oh, quite fun thing, I have an extra large, well, average and extra large European men's glove. So I have big hands. This is an Indian sword you can grip. And it wants to move, it feels good. So if you're interested in Indo-Persian swordsmanship, this is also a great sword for you. Okay? Catch you next time. Take it easy, sword fans.